Fansipan is the highest mountain in Vietnam. In this video, I will show you what a 2-day, 1-night trek to Fansipan is like.
Good morning. It is 7:30 a.m. local time. I am walking on the street in Sapa city and heading to the meeting point for the group tour to climb a mountain called Fansipan. It's going to be a 2-day, 1-night trip to climb the highest mountain in Vietnam.
Fansipan. The trek starts at the Trailhead, which is at 2,000 meters above sea level, and they proceed through the boardwalk and trail path to reach the campsite at 2,800 meters. The popular trekking tour continues the next morning, reaching the summit of Fansipan. At 8 a.m. on the first day, we gathered at the meeting point in Sapa and took a van to the Trailhead. After about a 30-minute drive, we arrived at the Trạm ranger station, where the trek officially began.
The building behind me, next to me, is the ranger station where some government officials stay there to monitor, to control this entry to the mountain. I'm carrying a lot of weight, water with me. Total weight should be about 7 kg. So heavy for me. Anyway, we will start trekking very soon.
After completing the registration, we started our journey. The path was well maintained with cobblestone, making it easy to walk at first. However, the terrain soon changed, requiring us to climb a steep mountain path. The local tour guide, who is a part of a mountain ethnic group, moved effortlessly up the steep slope as though it was nothing. The physical strength of the mountain people is truly impressive.
So humid and temperature, how about the temperature? Temperature is 14 degrees Celsius. It's a very unpleasant condition, but I'm still walking. Yeah, we will take a short break here, then start climbing again the mountain.
After about 1.5 hours, we reached an area called the boardwalk, where we walked along the water's edge. The path didn't require any special techniques, but climbing rocky walls and navigating rough terrain demanded significant physical effort. After about 2 hours since we leaving the ranger station, we reached the first stop for lunch.
And local time here is 11:30, so 2 hours. We are walking for 2 hours, but now we reached the first site for lunch. The altitude here should be 2,200, so we climbed about 300 meters in elevation.
So we will make a sandwich by ourselves, I guess. Yeah. Vegetable, cheese, banana. Very simple, basic lunch. After lunch, we resumed the trek. The altitude here was over 2,200 meters, so the temperature was low. While there wasn't much of a spectacular view, walking in nature felt very refreshing. By the way, if you like my videos about mountain treks, please consider subscribing to my channel.
After lunch, we started climbing the mountain again, and the altitude is over 2,200 meters, and the air became a bit foggy and cooler. And rain, we have a bit of rain, but still I don't need to wear a rain jacket and others. Slope is very steep, so I'm very physically getting tired now. The view from here is beautiful, so they enjoy this trekking now.
DJ?
We are walking inside a very dark forest. where there are very steep steps built, and oh shit, my computer lens dropped. The temperature here has become very cold, and weather is so foggy. I'm very out of breath.
The toughest part of day 1 was likely the descent into a deep valley. In this section, we walked along cracks in the rocks. We had to descend nearly vertically and then climb back up again. Carrying 2 bottles of water and wearing extra layers of warmth made it challenging. There are metal ladders and stairs installed on the steep path, helping trekkers gradually gain altitude.
There's steps, stairs, ladders, and to gain the elevation. I'm so tired, I am out of breath. The air is so cool now. We have to climb up to 2,800 meters to reach the tonight accommodation. I don't know how many more distance or elevation we have to go through. Look, that's the stairs I was walking. Now I have to climb the steep slopes again.
The latter part of the trail was a more gradual ascent, and the dense vegetation sometimes blocked the view. However, when we caught a glimpse of the valley below, the view was truly breathtaking. It's a moment that makes you realize just how high up you are.
Hi there, I just arrived at today's base camp, and I will stay here tonight and eat dinner, everything. Then tomorrow we will go to the mountain peak. The local time here is 4 p.m. Temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. The altitude here, according to the local guide, the altitude is like 2,800 meters above sea level, so it's quite high. And luckily, I don't have any sign of altitude sickness, but physically I'm so tired. Towards the end of this tour and trekking course for day 1, it was very rainy heavily, so I'm wearing a rain jacket. And it's very warm inside and too sweaty. I'm so wet inside. Anyway, day 1, 6-hour walk trek. It is very hectic, tiring, but still enjoyable experience here.
We reached our campsite at 2,800 meters above sea level. From below, there's another hut where trekkers stay overnight. There's a running water, so we can wash our faces and brush our teeth. The hut is quite basic, and we slept on wooden floors in a shared room. My tour provided sleeping bags and mattresses, so there was no trouble sleeping. Naturally, since there is no air conditioning, we needed to wear warm clothing to sleep. The guide prepared a warm dinner for us, and we enjoyed a satisfying meal after a long day of trekking.
3:30 a.m. We are going to the summit of the mountain Fansipan. The temperature here is very cold and the weather is luckily no rain, so I hope we can see the very beautiful sunrise later today.
We put on our headlamps and began our ascent in the darkness. The darkness was overwhelming, and we relied entirely on the light from our headlamps. We hoped to catch the sunrise, but the sky started to brighten just as we approached to the summit. There are metal steps and ladders carved into the mountain to assist us, and we continued our climb.
After a steep uphill, there was a very continuous downhill. But now I'm walking uphill again. So to climb the Fansipan, we need to walk up and down quite a lot. I'm almost at the peak of the Mount Fansipan. If I climb this hill, steep slopes, I can reach mountain peak. Let me just walk again. It's a very beautiful scenery, view from here.
At the summit of Fansipan, there is a Buddhist temple. I learned that this area is considered a spiritual power spot, and countless bricks were carried by hand up to the summit to build the temple. It's truly astonishing.
Last part of Fansipan trekking is this long stairs to reach the top Buddhism temple located on the top of the mountain. Behind me there's a clock tower to tell us the time of morning. It's an absolutely holy place.
Statues of a giant Buddha and guardian deities line the summit, and the path to the top feels like a journey to heaven itself. The beautiful sea of clouds, the well-maintained corridors, and the perfectly designed scenery left me in awe. As I passed through the gate, I faced the last set of stairs. The Buddhist architecture is impressive, but I must admit that the final stretch of steps made me wish for it to end.
These final steps are really tiring. I don't know how many more steps we have. Oh my god, so tired now. Tired. The view from here is so beautiful.
After about 3 hours of climbing from the campsite, we finally reached the summit. The panoramic view was amazing. The sea of clouds stretched out before us, and below was the Buddhist temple and the giant Buddha. The entire scene looked like an ink wash painting. It was a sight that left me speechless.
Finally, we reached the Fansipan, the tallest mountain in Vietnam. The height is 3,143 meters. This is actually the highest mountain in the Indochina peninsula. So it was a very big journey from the accommodation today. It took about 2 to 3 hours to be here. So now the local time is like 7 a.m. and we are only one group where on the top of the Fansipan Mountain. It's so cool, quiet and peaceful. And from here we can see lots of blue sky mountains and the sea of clouds. It's a beautiful place. It was very challenging and interesting and memorable experiences for me. Great experience climbing Fansipan, Vietnam.
Mike Kobayashi, Fansipan 2 days 1 night trek. I hope you've found this video useful. Please hit the subscribe button to follow my channel.